just give us a few seconds, Chief, and when you do, just state your first and last name and make sure you spell it correctly for us. A little closer. Speak a little loud for us. Thank you.
It's just the hill.
Yeah, who picked this spot?
Y'all did.
You guys did.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Anytime, sir.
My name is Bill Cramp, K-R-A-M-P-F. I'm the Deputy Chief with the Anne Arundel County Police Department. I want to first start off by saying that we have de-escalated the scene. As I mentioned before, our tactical people are out of the building. Our investigative people have entered the building and they have started their investigation. As we already stated, we have one person, a white male in his late 30s, in custody, and our criminal investigation division investigators are interviewing him now. He entered the building. This was a targeted attack on the Capital Gazette that is located at 888 Bestgate Road on the first floor. He entered the building with a shotgun and he looked for his victims as he walked through the lower level. We have secured the building. We are in the process of notifying the next of kin. We have 5 confirmed fatals and 2 injuries. The injuries, to my understanding, are superficial, possibly from glass, from the shotgun blast. We are working on now securing his residence. He does live in the state of Maryland. We are in the process of securing that residence and preparing for search warrants. So this is the next phase of this scene, and that is the investigative phase. This is the part that takes the most time. As I would assume many of you have already heard from many other police agencies in the state of Maryland and across the country, the investigative process is very difficult. We must be thorough. That's why you will not get the information from social media from us unless it's been confirmed. We have allowed our investigators to do their job. They are there now, and we are going to continue to provide you with information.
Chief, you said it's targeted.
Hold on one second. I want to share something with you that I think is important. We mentioned before about the improvised explosive device. That is not an IED. It was actually canisters of smoke grenades that he used inside of the building when he entered the establishment. So this person was prepared today to come in. This person was prepared to shoot people. His intent was to cause harm. And as I stated before, the investigative part of this is going to be thorough and it's going to take some time. As you can see behind us, we opened up Bestgate Road. We thought that we may need to secure that roadway for a long period of time. And as we get further into the investigation, we realize that we don't need that roadway. But the building, 888 Bestgate, will be secured for some time. I do not have a time frame on that yet. We're going to be inside there for quite a bit, and until this investigation is complete. When I have more confirmed information, I will share that confirmed information with you.
You said you targeted specifically this newspaper. Exactly what was his beef with this newspaper?
That's what we're investigating now.
But there are already reports that he had a history with the newspaper a couple of years ago.
That's what I'm hearing.
Chief, does he live in Annapolis?
But before we confirm that, I need our investigators to go and look into that and make sure that's correct.
Chief, I understand
does he
that
live
you
in
had some
Annapolis?
difficulty initially identifying the man, that you went through a process of perhaps of facial recognition to get an identification. Is that why you're able now to go to the home and do a search for the picture?
No, I can't share that with you. It's the first time I've heard facial recognition.
So, Chief, you're saying he could have been associated?
Is he being cooperative? Is he answering questions?
I can't answer that. He is at our criminal investigation division. Our detectives are down there with him. I have not interrupted them to ask him if he's being
When do you
cooperative.
think we're going to get any more information on the suspect?
You will have the information as soon as we
Is
confirm
this
it.
somebody that's known to you, Chief? Is it, you have a history with
Can you
him?
confirm if this suspect did have a connection to the Capital Gazette? Can you tell us that?
The only connection I can tell you about right now is possibly through social media.
But
I
does he
have
a
no
history
other
with your
confirmation.
department? Any of your department had any issues with this guy in the past, or other departments?
We are still looking into that. I cannot confirm whether or not our department has come in contact with him. We will have that at a later time as well.
Have you received any comment from any family members?
Chief, is he a resident of Maryland? Can you just tell us, is he a resident of Maryland or he came from outside?
No, he's a resident of Maryland.
Did he have a weapon he was looking for? You said he was looking for.
That's going to be part of the investigation. I can't confirm for you whether or not he actually knew employees there or if he just targeted the business in general.
When will you be able to confirm his identity?
Can you tell us where in Maryland he's a resident?
No.
When are you going to be able to confirm his identity, Chief? Because a lot
Very
of us already
soon.
have the names.
Chief, can you
Very
provide any
soon.
information on the type of shotgun? Was it a sporting shotgun? Was it a tactical shotgun? And can you provide information about these smoke grenades, if they were commercially available or military?
I don't have that information. I will
Were
find
there
out.
accomplices?
So were all the people shot in the newspaper office then?
I can't confirm that. They were shot on the first floor.
Deputy Chief, you also talked about the gunman trying to hide his identity in certain ways, maybe with his fingerprints and burned off and things. Can you confirm any of that?
I cannot. It's the first I heard facial recognition and the first that I've heard anything about fingerprints. We have no verification on either.
Sir, can you confirm he has a criminal record?
I can't confirm that.
Did the Gazette have any threats against him, or any threats either on social media or directly sent to that building, you know?
We know that there were threats sent to the Gazette through social media.
By this person?
Recently, by this person?
He's in his late 30s.
By this person? Those threats were sent by this person?
No, the threats were sent over social media. We're trying to confirm what account that was, and we're trying to confirm who actually sent them.
Can you tell us anything about the broken windows on the fourth floor?
I'm sorry, hold on one second.
How long ago were those threats?
How long ago those threats? To my knowledge, those threats were as early as today.
Can you tell us anything about the broken windows on the fourth floor?
I can't answer that. The broken windows on the fourth floor, as I mentioned to you guys once before, we have a two-phase approach, right? One's tactical, one's investigative. Those broken windows on the fourth floor, probably, and I will confirm this, but I'm almost positive they came from our tactical guys.
Deputy Chief, are all the 5 fatalities employees of the Gazette? Are all 5 fatalities employees of the
I
Capital
can't
Gazette?
confirm that.
Have you had a chance to see Mr. Ballard's videos yet?
We have not. In fact, that's a great question. In fact, we're pulling all those as we speak. We have property managers here. We have everybody that's associated with that building. Here's the interesting part. Governor Hogan and Mr. Shue, our county executive, has mentioned this numerous times. And if you see this gentleman behind me from the Red Cross, we have had so much support from around this state, not only law enforcement, but both private and public sector. And this gentleman's one of them from the Red Cross that have come and just asked what they can do. And that's important for us. We have to take care of a lot of people in a scene like this, not only police officers, but our victims' families, and then we have to get everybody back to normal, right? That's our job. So that's why we have these people here.
Chief, can you tell us anything about how he was apprehended and did he say anything that he was
I can't. That's part of the investigation, and when I'm able to give that information to you,
Did
I
the
will.
paper have any security in place, given the fact they got threats?
Chief, how about his age? Any
Late 30s.
Was there any security in the building, given the fact they were dealing with threats?
We don't know that yet. That's part of the investigation. We're looking into that as well. Based on the threats, not to my knowledge, no.
Did you report in about his fingerprint? Did the Capital Gazette call your department to ask for any kind of protection or in any kind of response to a threat?
If they have, I am not aware of that personally, but we will look into that because of those threats, and we'll get back to you on that information.
Chief, were you able to take his fingerprints?
Say that again?
Were you able to take his fingerprints?
Were we able to take his fingerprints? That'll be part of the whole booking process, yes. Eventually his fingerprints will be
There are
taken.
reports that he changed his fingerprints in private.
I'm sorry?
There are reports of that with his fingerprints.
Yeah, I want to be really clear about this, guys. We have no information about facial recognition or anything about his fingerprints. If I had that information, I would give it to you, but we don't have that.
Chief, as you're trying to verify the social media accounts, can you talk about the specificity of the threats? Can you talk about the threats? What kind of threats were made against the Capitol?
What I can share with you now is they were general threats towards the Capitol. Capital is a media outlet.
But I mean, was it saying I want to kill somebody? Was there harm they were threatening? Or was it just saying I'm never going to buy your paper again? Give us an idea of the level of threat.
It's a good question. So when I have that information available to you, I will be more specific on the threats.
Can you say that they were violent
The
threats?
threats were about a specific story?
No.
Can you say that they were violent threats?
They indicated violence.
Were they
Directed at anyone in specific at the paper?
politically motivated threats?
Can't answer that.
Was he targeting
Yeah, but
anyone
he had-
specifically?
We do not have any, we have no knowledge at all that he was targeting anyone specific at the Capitol. No.
Deputy Chief, has even the Capitol talked to you at any point recently about some concerns or threats? Have they personally contacted you? Did you guys have a conversation with that?
No. Look, I want to be clear about another point. The Capital newspaper is our local newspaper. We interact with the Capital newspaper daily. Lieutenant Frazier is our public information officer. We have friends at the Capital newspaper. We speak with these men and women on a daily basis to get stories out that are important to the citizens of this county. So we're here, we're invested, we're going to get this investigation right, and we're going to come back and we're going to give you credible, confirmed information to answer
Chief,
all
when do
your
you think you're going to have a
questions.
name on the suspect?
Soon.
Was there a boost
One
of
more.
police presence after the threats were issued? Can you say whether
Say that again?
Was there a boost of police presence of any kind after the threats were issued?
No.
I'm just curious.
What about the
Last one.
injured? Can you tell us anything about the injured? Have they been released? We've heard now that they're are they minorities or?
I can't answer that. We have 2 individuals at Anne Arundel, and then we have 1 at Shop Training.
Chief,
All right,
was
one
there
more.
any indication that he had any tactical training of any kind?
No, we do not know that yet.
And Chief,
Are you going to release a name tonight?
In the morning, so in morning time is when our next briefing. Yeah, so just to update you guys with the next briefing. So we don't anticipate having any further information until tomorrow morning with releasing the suspect's name. As you know, there's a lot of investigation that's going on right now, so we don't want to jeopardize any of that. Again, we just from the Anne Arundel County Police Department, like the chief said, we interact with these reporters every day, like we do a lot of you guys that are local reporters. So I think sometimes in these major events that gets lost. So our thoughts and prayers go out to these victims, to the victim's family, and to friends. So these are people that we knew, personally in the police department. So again, I just want to reiterate that there are no unofficial police spokesmen for the Anne Arundel County Police Department. All of the information that you guys will get will come from me. Most of you here know me, know that it's going to come out as soon as we get it. As soon as I have information, it will come out to everyone, either social media or through one of these briefings. So we don't anticipate having any more information until tomorrow morning. So I will put out tonight on social media, when we can make a decision with investigators, when a good time to have the next briefing to give the information out that you guys want and that you guys need. And we'll make that decision, and I'll put that information out as soon as possible. Have you spoken to the editor-in-chief of the Capitol?
We're speaking with numerous people inside that building. We had 117 people that we evacuated out of that building. Many of them are witnesses. So we have detectives that are interviewing essentially over 100 people, as well as the suspect. So there's a lot of moving parts here. And, our detectives are doing what they do best. So they'll get to the bottom of it and find out exactly what.
One of the employees have been helpful with identifying the suspects. Have the employees been helpful?
There's been a lot of witnesses that have been helpful with the investigation. So yes, so the investigation moves forward very swiftly and is progressing well.
Lieutenant, we were told 170 people were evacuated earlier. You said 117?
No, about 100. About 170 people. I think 170, 171 were evacuated. Yeah. So yep. So it's a lot of people in that building. There's a lot of buildings or a lot of businesses inside there. But again, this was quite obvious and quite apparent that this individual had some type of a vendetta or against the Capital newspaper, and they were specifically targeted.
Have you been in that newsroom? Have you seen the aftermath?
I have not been in the crime scene, no. But that's something that we put through. I've been at the newsroom several times, yes.
Can you explain the layout of
One more.
Are they going to open the building sometime tomorrow for the other people that are residents?
That building's going to be closed indefinitely until we do what we got to do. So it's going to take, again, it's a lot of moving parts. Our primary job right now is to make sure that we prosecute, get enough evidence to make sure that we can prosecute this case.
How long were these threats known about, Ryan?
That I don't know about. So it's something that we've learned since the investigation started from the workers at the Capitol. So,
Ryan,
so it's a lot of moving parts.
Can you just tell us a little bit about the people who are not injured? How they're doing? What the status is?
You know, well, we have our mobile crisis here that's helping with individuals that were involved and not injured. So that's something, again, that, you know, oftentimes gets forgotten about in these situations. So, you know, our hearts go out to them too. We have people here that have met with them with our mobile crisis unit to see if they need any resources. Resources are being provided. So it's very important that they're taken care of. So again, I'll close with, again, our hearts and prayers go out to the families, friends of the victims, anyone that's associated with the building over there. I'll put out on social media when our next briefing will be, and our next briefing we anticipate having the suspect's information and more information for you because we know you guys need it. Thank you.
Will it be here tomorrow morning?
I'll put out a location. I don't feel that this is probably the best location to have press conferences. I think you can all agree with that.
Absolutely.
So we'll try our hardest to get a good location. I'll make sure it goes out on all of our media platforms, all the emails that I send out to communicate with you guys on a daily basis. I'll make sure you have it. It's important to us that we get the information to you guys quickly, the right information to you guys as quick as we can.
And
so we thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Would he have continued if you guys didn't get there in 60 seconds?
Say that again?
Would he have continued his attack if you guys wouldn't get there?
I don't think I can speculate to that, but certainly the quick response from our officers from the surrounding jurisdictions, the city of Annapolis, the Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Department. We've had so many resources here. We really appreciate their help, but certainly getting there quickly, getting in that building quickly, addressing the threat quickly, certainly saved lives. So these officers did an amazing job from what we can tell so far. You know, the quicker that you can get into an active shooter situation like this and stop the threat, the more lives you save. So it's pretty basic. Thank you. So thank you guys, appreciate it. I'll put all that information out so we see you guys tomorrow.